and then to B flat. That makes sense? Okay, let's do it all the way around the cycle 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm just going to stop the metronome here a second while I explain the next one. That was quavers, the major scale again, or the Ionian mode, all the way around the cycle of 5, which means you've practiced it in 2 positions in all keys. That means you're not going to be key biased. You're used to playing all over the neck in all keys. Obviously you want to be able to do that with all your modes, but today we're just going to concentrate on the Ionian mode. Now, how do we push it even further without even touching the metronome? It's good to just leave the metronome like that. Why don't we practice it with triplets, you know? So if I kick off the metronome again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 triplet. Now in order to make that fit, with the accent still being on the 2 and the 4, we need to add in 1 extra note. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the 9th on top. So if we're playing the C Ionian, it's going to go. What I did there is I went up to the D, and then we've missed off the last note again, and it jumps straight in. So that's just a little bit of an extra mental test to see if you can throw in the 9th on top. Here we go. All the way around the cycle 5 in triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's getting trickier now, isn't it? With those triplets, it's really starting to get tricky, especially the way in the second pattern there you have to shift up on the 1 string. That's a real test of fingerings and see how well you know that scale. This is all technique developing stuff, really. You know, it's not going to make you the best improviser in the world. This is really just to develop your technique so you can learn things faster, and you know, later on you can use these as creative tools, but our main job here is just to up your technique, your speed, your accuracy and your time and things like that. So don't do too long on this, you know, just you're talking about 10 minutes a day. Don't do any longer than that, really. You've got to spend other time doing other things, like maybe a little bit of reading, but the majority of the time you've got to be learning your songs, haven't you? And whatever you play in public, that's the most important thing. Okay, now we've got one thing left to do. We've got semiquavers, haven't we? So now what we're going to do is we're going to play 4 notes per beat. So it's going to be 1 E under, 2 E under, 3 E under, 4 E under. So what we're going to do is go all the way up to the 9th and back down to the root. So it's going to go. And then you've got a very short gap before you can jump to the next one. I'll give you a demo on C and F. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was B flat there. So you can see what I did is I went all the way up to the 9th, but we didn't miss off the last note now. We went down to the root. We've got a very short gap there, you know, before you can jump to the next key. So let's do that around the cycle of 5. This is about as fast as you're going to need to play for a while, unless you're a real super shredder. I'm not really that kind of player, but you know, you might want to push it even further. Just all you have to do is take it up a notch, and it becomes incredibly hard. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the metronome still feels like it's on the 2 and the 4, you know? So you feel like you're playing a bit against a bit of a groove. It's not clicking away and driving you mad or anything. It's just got a nice bit of space between it. So that's the way to use a metronome kind of effectively while you're practicing. It's not an easy thing to kind of get your grips on. That's obviously very fast, and it's going to be tricky to kind of get that down there at the end. But you know, just chip away at it, and once you've got that down, you can start working through all the other modes. So good luck with that, and see you on the next one.